dogs actually know their names? Find out right now. B-I-N-G-O, 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 and bingo was his name, oh. Or was it? Today we are answering the age-old question, do dogs know their names? But first, I gotta give a humongous shout out to my boy Lane. Lane, bro, you are awesome, man. Watching my videos, subscribe to the channel, commenting on videos, man. Thank you so much, man. Like, for real, man, you are a real pack member, man. Like, you take that, man. You are awesome, man. I wish I had 100 more people like you. Thank you very much, man. Thank you for your dedication, for your commitment. Thank you for your awesomeness. Thank you, Mr. Lane. So, this video is really for you. Anyway, we as humans use names differently than dogs do. We use an audible and a visual sequence of sounds to identify ourselves and others with. That is a name. I am John Pollard, the pack leader. Now, humans, names can have emotions to them. They can have reputations to them. They can have, occupations to them. They can have so much in them for us humans, okay? For instance, if I said Jim Crow or Jim Jones, some of you might be cringing if you know who they are, because they're not the best people. They weren't the best people in the world. Or if I said Jesus, then you better know that's the Lord and Savior. You better know, but it gives you a great, wow, yeah, he's the Holy One, righteous, perfect, okay? All these things come in with a name, right? And that's how humans see names, okay? So when we slap a name on a dog, we're setting them up in a way that they don't understand, okay? So, watching Cesar Millan way back in the day, there was a case of a dog named Cujo, humongous mixed dog, I mean huge, aggressive. So the lady named him Cujo as a joke, okay? But what that actually does, us being humans, having emotions attached to certain names, when somebody goes through the front door and sees big old Cujo sitting there, and what's his name? Oh, Cujo. Whoa, okay. Cujo killed a whole, well, I don't know much about Cujo, but I know he was a terrifying dog. I know that. He was not, the friendliest of dogs. So that human coming in and having all those scared feelings, non-trusting feelings, nervous feelings because of the dog's name, that can most times reflect from the dog, okay, this guy looks suspicious, somebody said Cujo and now he's getting all jittery and stuff, like he's gonna, threaten me and my pack, okay? So that's where you come into problems, assuming that dogs think of names the same way we do. So what are dogs? How do dogs identify each other with? Well, they use two senses as well, but instead of using sight and sound, they use sight and smell. Sometimes they'll use hearing, but we'll get to that in a minute. So dogs use common sense. A dog will look across the yard and say, oh, that's tan and black dog over there. The next day, oh, that's tan and black dog over there again. Oh, hey, tan and black dog, how you doing? That's how dogs see each other. That's how dogs identify each other, by sight. And then the second one, maybe the most important one, is smell, okay? When a dog walks up to another dog and maybe smells the anal glands, that gives the dog a precise identity, okay? Like a first, middle, and last for us humans, okay? So same with urinating on a tree, scenting. Any kind of scenting is gonna leave a specific scent that dog can say, oh, that is this XYZ brown, tan, big 150-pound frame dog over across the street. That is that dog right there, okay? The smell will tell it all if the dog has met the dog before, okay? So dogs don't really use sound as like a certain bark as a dog's name. They don't do that, okay? So, can dogs learn names? Typically, a natural dog, no. Dogs don't have names. They don't know their names, typically. But you can train a dog, sorta, kinda, to know its name, okay? Now, here's what I mean. The dog's not gonna say, oh, my name is Crypto, or my name is Bruno. The dog's not gonna do that, okay? The dog can be trained to respond after hearing its name. That's what I'm training my dogs to do. Now, you only saw Crypto, AKA used to be Kane, in the video, which inspired me to make the video, besides my boy Lane, you know. But Kane, I don't quite like the name Kane because it has some, I'm getting tripped up. Here's what I was trying to say. So it basically goes back to the Cujo principle, okay? Sure, I know the dog, but for someone else who sees a big dog, they might think, oh, well, what's his name? Then say Kane. Okay, well, if you're like me, I'm a Bible reader, I'm a youth pastor, so I, of course, know about the story of Cain and Abel. You know, Cain killed his brother Abel, you know, in the first generations, out of jealousy. So I wouldn't want someone like me to say, oh, Cain, let me keep my dogs away from them. Or Cain, ooh, he's getting a little close, and getting nervous. Now, of course, I'm training my dogs to, no matter what you feel, no matter how comfortable or uncomfortable you are, no matter what the other person is showing you, you do not act out in aggression or dominance in any situation. So my dog would be safe. My dog wouldn't turn out to be Cujo, a super dominant, aggressive dog. But as a good rule of thumb, a bad name can have bad reactions. So I named him what he's gonna be. I named him Crypto. Crypto, the super dog. He's gonna be a super dog that everybody likes and everybody looks up to, admires. That's what he's going to be. So that's why I had to change that. And this video was born from that way of thinking. So yeah, please continue, John. I just don't like that name, so I'm gonna change it. I'm gonna tell you how it's so easy to change it. So I saw this video, okay? I'm sure you might have seen it too, of this guy that has like 10 to 20 dogs inside a fence, and the fence door is hanging wide open, and he's just standing out there with his hands in his pocket like, you know, Rocky. And Rocky comes out, one dog at a time. Rip comes out. Spot comes out, you know. I mean, one by one, and the dogs did not get confused. So people, the title said, dogs know their name, or something like that. Amazing dogs know their name, or something like that, okay? I want to show that if you got those dogs, I don't care how many times you say that dog's name to it, it's not gonna know it. You gotta train that dog to only react, to only get up and come out of the gate, come out of the sit stay command when I say your name, okay? That's just like my okay command. So say Bruno is in a down state beside me right now, which is not. Let's say he is. And I say, okay, that means he can get up and do whatever, okay? So I could have that word be stay there and train him to get up and get out of it at that word. Or I could say red and he could get up and get out. Or I could even say bad dog. I can say whatever I want and train him. Okay, this is when you do this. Okay, that's all it is. So when you have multiple dogs, it is my dogs right now to show them that when I say a name, you better be listening, because I'm going to expect you to do something, okay? That's all the dog will ever see the name as, okay? When this name is called, I better be listening, okay? Because I'm gonna have to do something, or I'm supposed to be doing something right now. So, I'm walking down the street, Crypto on one side, Bruno on the other, and they're in a heel, perfect heel position, right? And Bruno gets a little too far to the side or ahead or something. I say, Bruno, hey, whoa, or something. Okay, all that is doing is saying, Bruno, you are the dog that needs to come back. Okay, so Crypto can keep doing what he's doing, because sometimes if a dog knows what he's doing and he knows he's not distracted, he won't break position, even if you just say whoa to both of them. The one will fix himself most times, but it destroys confusion amongst the dogs if you have an attention cue, okay? Now the other thing that dogs will see their name as is simply an attention command, okay? So what's that? So most people use the dog's name as the attention command. So what is an attention command? It's just when I say something, I want you to stop what you're doing and look at me. That's all I want. Not necessarily you come all the way from across the yard. When I say, hey Luna, I expect Luna to look at me and wait for a command. That's what an attention command is. So you can teach the dog to, when the name is called, to look at you and wait for a command, which is what a lot of people do. But dogs don't put value into names like we do. They don't put emotions into names like we do. Like, I don't care if a dog named Roscoe gets in a fight with your dog every single day, where they're trying to go at it or something. I don't care if every single day Roscoe tries to have a fight. You can say, hey, Roscoe's gonna come over. Hey, you wanna go see Roscoe? Roscoe, and your dog's not gonna flinch because it's like, she's just saying a random word for some reason. I'm gonna keep doing whatever I was doing. I'm gonna keep watching TV or keep chasing my tail or whatever, okay? Dogs don't think of names the same way we think of names, okay? But they can be taught to respond to their name. But I'm sure you already knew that. That's about it, guys. Everyone, I encourage you to be like my boy Lane. Thank you so much again, man. Thank you very much. I mean, it's people like you that I was inspired to make videos to educate you all about dogs. So be like my boy Lane. Subscribe, like the video, and most of all, I think this is most important, comment, okay? So more people understand about how their dogs see their name, okay? Thank you very much for watching another John Pollard production original. Anyway, thank you very much. Stay tuned for the next video. I don't know what it's going to be about, but it's going to be a good one. John Pollard, the pack leader, signing out, reminding you to stay in charge, my friend. See you next time. Be like my... Oh. Hey! Shh! You gotta stay on things. I don't like my dogs barking when I'm outside. It's simple. Because I could be trying to enjoy nature, or I could be filming, or I could be training another dog, and I don't want to hear dogs barking like, you know, they're trying to join the choir or something at church. I don't like that. So, first bark, stop them then. Don't let them get into it. Stop it when it starts, okay? Simple as that.